Hello, good morning everyone. Today I thought that I will do a video on why the Saturn and Jupiter transit predictions looks uncorrelated all the time. So you would have watched a lot of predictions in the past 6 months after 2023, starting from the New Year predictions. But one thing is, it always actually that looks something that is not really actually like happening. So probably if you're old enough, had an interest in astrology, you would have heard many transit predictions in YouTube, social media, and television by now. And every time when you watch that one, so they try to speak and they try to highlight the positives and be more general, but very few of it you can actually correlate with your life events. So when you actually like look at whether astrology is wrong or transit predictions is wrong, I would say the later has definitely some problem in the way it is communicated by everyone. So most of the time, so the Jupiter transit predictions, when they talk about, they say that 2, 5, 7, 9, and 11 from the moon is always good, and in Saturn transit they say that 3, 6, and 11 from the moon are always good. So if a person is going to live for 60 years, then by this logic he should have had his life getting better. The reality is totally different. So the catch here is the transit predictions are also correlated to your individual horoscope. To explain what I mean, I have given few timings in the next slides. So you can actually see here, so from 24th February 2023 to 22nd April 2023 and 25th April 2019 to 4th November 2019. So this time actually the Jupiter was in Mercury Nakshatra. I think that was in Jesta in 2019, and now it was in Revati in 2023. So in 28th April 2022 to 24th February 2022, it was in Saturn Nakshatra, and 27th October to 27th December, it was in Saturn Nakshatra. And 13th April to 22nd April 2022, 2022 to 2023, and 11th August 2016 to 12th September 2017. So this one actually the Jupiter was in Virgo in 2016-17, and here it was in Pisces. So it's actually kind of seventh aspects. Both are having the seventh aspects. So these are the timelines. And next, if you look at Saturn transit, so you have actually 17th February 2022 to 14th March 2023. So Saturn was in March Nakshatra, and 20th September 2011 to 11th October 2012. So again, the Saturn was in March Nakshatra. So here actually you look at 4th July 2006 to 15th July 2007. So Saturn was in Cancer, and 11th October 2021 to 17th January 2023, Saturn was in Capricorn. So that's also having a seventh aspect. Both the rashis are having seventh aspect. So why actually these timelines are important? Because if you compare these timelines in your life with the timelines given in the previous slides, you would be left wondering about the similarities. Not that it will be same, but you might have job change, or you might have got a new job, or you might have actually problem in your professions or in your relationships, or you might have bought home, or you might have sold home, or you might have actually faced something in your life. So there will be it's about the up and down in your life, and from the previous period to this period, so there will be definitely a kind of a change. So the greatest thing about the astrology is everyone easily tend to forget is the timeline which has been established before thousands of years by our rishis. So this timeline refers to the change, whether it may be a minor or a major change. So every time Jupiter transits and Saturn transits, so there is going to be some change. And what is that change is what the astrologers are trying to predict, but it is actually correlated to your individual horoscope. So, this astrology is an attempt to capture the timeline of changes that is going to happen in one's life. And if you can closely look at the transit timings of Saturn and Jupiter in Nakshatra and Rasi, you can always see that there is some change that is happening in your life with respect to timings. But these changes are correlated to your individual horoscope. For example, how was Mercury and how was Mars and how was Saturn is what actually how was this planets in your horoscope, where they are actually like dictates a lot of things that would have happened in your last one and a half years. So rather than actually like seeing the transit prediction of whether Jupiter is in fifth or ninth, you have to go and check your horoscope how they were. So that is the thing that would have actually like played out in the last 1.5 years for you. You are going to look at the general prediction, so it will be always uncorrelated, and you will never understand the true mind of astrologies that our rishis has given us. And in fact, the very purpose of astrology is not to predict when you will get job, money, marriage, home, etc. So then what is the true nature? So it is about the self-realization. So they have defined timelines so that we can understand actually like how we are evolving, and we can understand our evolution, and we can actually like go towards the mukti. So that's why actually like this is how the timelines are defined and predicted, and this is the most real purpose of the astrology. So these predictions are, I would say, just the byproducts. So you can actually see that when the whole world was learning how to count, so they have used this complex, our rishis have used this complex mathematics to define the timelines, the changes that happens in individual. And but the predictions are always the opinions of individual. That's why they look uncorrelated. So if you ask me actually like how this remaining part of this year and next year are going to be, so you can check your past history. So go back to July 2007 and to July 2008 and check how that period was, and also check the October 2012 to November 2013. So this is the time Saturn was in Leo, and this is the time Saturn was in Libra, and it was in October 2012 to 13, it was in Rahu's Rashi, and now also it is in Rahu's Nakshatra. And 27 July to 2020 October, so Jupiter was in Venus Nakshatra. Same thing, Jupiter is going to be there for another 4 5 months in that nakshatra. And 12th September 2017 to 11th October 2018, so Jupiter was in Libra, so that's actually like having a seventh aspect to the Rashi of uh, Aries. And check what is if you have any planets in this Rashis, and mostly whatever happened in this period. So if you had actually up or down, so you actually like take a good look at that one. So if all four periods were not good for you, yeah, you need to be careful. And if some are good and some are bad, you might have a mixed period. And if all of them are good, and you can actually like look forward to a really good change in your life. And I believe that this should give you a more realistic perspective of what to expect, I believe. So, if you want to know what is going to happen in your life, the only accurate way to learn is to learn the astrology, and with that knowledge, you can get an idea of your past and present and judge the future. Because this is how it is written. And if you're going to listen to someone who is telling the prediction about your life, please remember that you are hearing their opinion, and there might be something that matches, and it's never going to be true.